I want to be completely honest with you about my journey. 3 years ago I was earning 8 LPA at a small service company. No IIT, no NIT, just a Tier 3 college degree and a lot of self-doubt. But today I'm working at 25 LPA as a .NET developer. And in this video, I'm going to share exactly what worked, what didn't, and what you can do differently so you get there faster than I did. Let's get into it. Let me be real about where I started because there was nothing special about it. Fresh out of college, I joined a small IT service firm at 6 LPA. Tier 3 college, basic C#, some SQL. That's it. For the first 8 months I was doing support work and fixing other people's bugs. I felt stuck and honestly overwhelmed. I kept asking myself, will I ever actually grow? But that frustration became the fuel. And that's where the real work started. Let me tell you about the mistakes that cost me 2 full years of growth. And I'm sharing these so you don't repeat them. The first was tutorial hell. I watched probably 50 different courses online and learned everything shallowly. Nothing stuck, nothing was built. Second, I had no GitHub. Which meant I was completely invisible to recruiters. Third, I kept waiting for my company to train me and promote me. And fourth, I was applying to jobs with zero portfolio. No projects, no proof. It took me 2 years to realize that nobody was coming to save me. I had to take ownership. Once I stopped doing tutorials and started going deep, everything changed. The skill that made the biggest difference was ASP.NET Core Web API at expert level. Not just knowing it, genuinely mastering it. Then clean architecture and solid principles. Every serious company asks about this in interviews. Add to that Azure DevOps for CI/CD pipelines, Docker for containerization, JWT and OAuth for security, and Entity Framework Core with real query optimization. These are not just buzzwords. These are the actual skills that got me from 8 LPA to 25 LPA. The single biggest turning point in my career was building one real project. Not a tutorial clone, not a to-do app. I built DG Dairy, a full enterprise dairy management system. 30+ REST APIs, clean architecture, real business logic. I added JWT with role-based access control, bulk CSV import with validation, real-time dashboards using SignalR, and deployed the whole thing with Docker and Azure DevOps CI/CD. The week after I put this on GitHub and LinkedIn, I got 5 recruiter calls in 1 week. One real project changed everything. That's the power of solving a real business problem. Here's how I tripled my interview call rate with resume changes. Before, my resume said things like, quote, responsible for developing APIs. Worked on Angular components. Used SQL Server. Result? About 2% response rate. Genuinely terrible. After the change, I rewrote everything with impact numbers. Designed 32+ REST APIs with JWT authentication. Built 30+ Angular components serving 50,000 users. Optimized SQL queries achieving 3x speed improvement. My response rate jumped to 18%. That's a 9x improvement just from adding numbers. I also added my GitHub link on line 1 of every section, tailored the resume per job description, and cut it to one single page. No fluff. My interview prep strategy was different from most people. I did not prepare 300 shallow questions. I prepared 30 questions deeply. For each concept, I had working code ready to show or explain live. I organized my prep into 4 weeks. Week 1 was C# internals async await, LANQ, delegates, memory management. Week 2 was ASP.NET Core deep dive, middleware, dependency injection, authentication. Week 3 was Entity Framework Core, query optimization, migrations, performance tuning. Week 4 was system design using clean architecture and solid principles. Every day I did one LeetCode medium problem. I also did 10 mock interview sessions with friends and recorded myself. The result? 4 job offers in 3 weeks. Preparation beats nervousness every single time. Let me tell you the exact negotiation conversation that got me from 18 LPA to 25 LPA. HR said, "We're offering 18 LPA. I said nothing for 5 full seconds. That silence was intentional. Then I said, "Thank you so much." Based on my research and 3 competing offers I currently have, I was expecting around 28 LPA. Is there any flexibility? HR came back and said, "The best we can do is 22 LPA. I replied, "I appreciate that. I do have one offer at 23 LPA right now. If you can match 25 LPA, I'm ready to commit today." HR said, "Let me check with the team." And 20 minutes later, 25 LPA confirmed. The lesson here is simple. Silence is powerful. Always counter the first offer. Always. Let me walk you through my exact 3-year timeline so you know what a realistic path looks like. Year 1, months 1 to 4, I focused on building my foundation and completed my first real project. Months 5 to 12 were a deep dive into clean architecture. Year 2, months 1 to 6, I learned Docker, Azure, and set up full CI/CD pipelines. Months 7 to 12, I built the DG Dairy project from scratch. Year 3, months 1 to 3, I polished my resume and GitHub profile. Months 4 to 6, I applied to 20 targeted companies. Month 7, I received 4 job offers. Month 8, I joined at 25 LPA. 3 years of consistent, focused effort. That's all it took. Here are my top tips to help you reach 25 LPA faster than I did. Number 1, build one real enterprise project, not 5 tutorial clones. One good project beats 10 basic ones every time. Number 2, treat LinkedIn and GitHub as your 24/7 recruiter. Update them daily. Number 3, network with at least 3 developers every single week. A simple DM goes a long way. Number 4, apply to 5 jobs every day. Consistency in applications matters more than waiting for the perfect job. Number 5, do 2 mock interviews every week. Number 6, track every application in a spreadsheet. Number 7, always follow up after 1 week of silence. And most importantly, negotiate every single offer, even small ones. You can realistically hit 25 LPA in 12 to 18 months if you stay consistent. After hitting 25 LPA, I didn't stop. I started adding AI engineering skills. I learned Python, integrated Azure OpenAI and semantic kernel into my projects, and started building real AI features. The goal now is to target 35 to 40 LPA AI engineering roles. I also started this YouTube channel AI Genius to share everything I learn in public. My 2026 goal is 50 LPA with a remote work option. I'm being transparent about this because I want you to see that the journey doesn't end. Every level you reach just opens the door to the next one. The key lesson? Never stop upskilling. The developers who stop learning get left behind. If I could do this with a Tier 3 college, no FAANG connections, no special background, you absolutely can too. Build real projects. Learn in public. Network consistently. And negotiate every single offer you get. If this video helped you even a little, please hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Comment below and tell me, where are you right now in your journey and what's your target salary? Let's talk. Your 25 LPA story starts today. See you in the next video.